generator, the smaller one, looks much like the larger machine behind us, but it's different in many ways too. For example, the machine behind us has 2 domes, and this one only has 1, and that's because originally the machine behind us was 2 separate machines, one positively charged, the other negatively charged. So we don't actually need both spheres. We can also see that in this smaller machine, the column is see-through or transparent, whereas the ones behind us are opaque. Inside this smaller machine, we can see through the column that there's a rubber belt inside. In the larger machine behind us, there are 3 such rubber belts. They're all in the rightmost column. Now, in both cases, both the column here and the one behind us, the columns and the rubber belts are insulators, Kate. Now, an insulator means that charge has a hard time moving through that material. So, we have a motor that the belt is connected to, and since the belt is an insulator, it means that if we put charge on the belt, the charge would stay put at that particular place in the belt. So to move that charge, we have to physically move the belt, and that's what the motor's for. We have a high voltage power supply that leaves positive charge behind in the ground and puts the negative charge on the rubber belt. As the belt spins around, it lifts the negative charge on it further away from the opposite positive charge in the ground. We've just seen how opposite charges attract, and that means that the motor it takes work for the motor to pull those opposite charges apart. Work costs energy, and that energy goes to increasing the voltage of the charges before they're collected on this metal sphere. Now, Katie, metal is a good conductor, meaning the charge travels easily through it. So once the charge is put on the metal sphere, it spreads out all over the sphere, but it can't go down the column nor the air because they're good insulators. But it won't just build up on the metal sphere, Katie, because it's also going to build up on you. I'm going to have you stand on this insulating wooden platform, and I want you to face your audience and put the right hand on this metal sphere so that the charges build up on you. And because of your hair, that's going to give us one indication of the effect of all that light charge on your body. But we're also going to use Rice Krispies. So I'm going to have, with your left hand, I would like to have you reach in and grab a handful of Rice Krispies. Now these are really old, and certainly after they touch the ground, you don't want to eat them. But even beforehand, you wouldn't want to do that. So Katie, when I give you a cue, I want you to raise it with your left hand and then gently open up your fingers, but not just yet. We're going to zoom in with our camera so that folks can see what happens to your hair on the screen on the left and the right side of the theater. And Katie, are you ready? All right. So we're going to turn our Van de Graaff generator on. Now, Katie, I want you to start by shaking your head side to side like you're saying no. Really shake your head. Shake, 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 shake. Now forward and back like you're a rock star. Now, Katie, take a look at the screen on the left and check out the area. All that negative charge on Katie's hair is pushing away from the negative charge on her body. Again, showing us light charges repel or push away. Now, Katie, to show them what happens to the Rice Krispies, I want you to hold the Rice Krispies up and gently open up your fingers. So the Rice Krispies aren't just falling out of our head, they're jumping out of our head. They're in front of our head like this. That's because the negative charge in the Rice Krispies is repelling away from the negative charge on our head and body. What do you think you're supposed to do? A little more. Now, when I turn the Van de Graaff off, if I then touch Katie's hand, what did you feel, Katie? I felt a zap too. And what happened to your hair when we touched? Did it stay up or go down? It went down. That's because when you touched me, opposite charge came up into me from the ground, and with those charges in balance after we touched, if we touch once more, there's no more zap, and her hair is no longer standing on end. She's no longer electrified. Let's give her a big round of applause.